Hello, MonstersAbound here, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires and part 30 of my Count Noctilus Campaign. It's very good of the Rocklobber crew to take shelter in amongst the Slayers so that they really get those cannonballs to the face. I'm sure the Slayers absolutely thrilled that that is happening. What a way to go. What a way to go. Yes, we're killing dwarves because, you know, target opportunity and all that. We've got the salt scutlet, the deck droppers, and they're getting flamed. They're taking flame shots. And what I can't see is these Bugfix Rangers heading in their direction as well. Meanwhile, the rest of our force is holding back a little bit. We've got the depth guard on the left flank over here with the polearms. The reason I like the polearms over the dual axes is the fact that polearms have slightly more melee defense, which is basically what I need, and also the arm piercing, which is quite useful. However, they are going to start taking some... Yeah, the AI really... The thing is, the depth guard are a very squishy, expensive unit, and the AI really likes to target it. Talking of units the AI likes to target, our deck droppers are getting knocked out the sky. And frankly, I've just decided that they're surplus requirements. We can replace them with something more useful. Necrofex is pulling back. I like the way the little arms wobble. Oh, I love the way the creative... I know I said this before. Creative Assembly animators, fucking just brilliant. What a bunch of guys and gals. Holy shit. Big hand all round for the animators. They are so good. Really brings the Warhammer world to life after Games Workshop killed it. Slayers advancing into a hail of gunfire, and that's working out about as well as could be expected. Are any Slayers going to reach our lines? No, is the answer. Rotting Prometheans charging forwards. We've got some Iron Drakes taking some bombs from the Iron Breakers. So I'm going to drop some rocks on top of these Iron Breakers over here. Iron Breakers, very, very tough unit. 73 melee defense, 135 armor. Jesus, rocks though. Holy shit. Rotting Prometheans, actually pretty comparable. Melee defense, 48. That's not just 73, to be honest. I think we have had in... I think Count Noctilus's Prometheans are pretty close. Over this flank, the depth guard engaging more dwarves. We're dropping a debuff on the Longbeards, and there's a Sebastian coming in to help. And there's Robert chewing on some dwarves. Good stuff. Right, Prometheans dealing with these little dwarves over here. Some Iron Break. The Iron Breakers are really tough to kill. Iron Breakers, super tanky. Very much the elite infantry. Pretty much some of the best infantry in the entire game. They can really hold a line. And the enemy lord. Now, if we can kill the enemy lord, then with any luck, the rest of the dwarves will break. He's actually managed to knock out a unit of Rotting Prometheans, which is a bit of a bugger. The Lord is now... he looks like he's chasing after Two Toes, who is... Oh, sorry, One Toe, who is currently just holding her ground. Taking pot shots at the dwarf leader. As the rest of the dwarves are being cut down by the Zomble hordes. That Dwarf Lord is just taking so much fire. His health rapidly dropping. He's just not... He's starting to break. He's running. He's gone. He's like, nope, I can't do this. Not alone. Not alone. Last of the dwarves, as you can see, with the Dwarf Lord breaking, it's going to cause a little bit of morale penalty to the dwarves. Or does it until he dies? I think maybe the Dwarf Lord has to die, which is why Two Toes Adley's now chasing after him. Hot on his heels. 94 health left. Just need one more shot to kill him. Come on, one toe. Two toes, one toe. Get him. Shoot him in the back. Best place to shoot someone. They can't see you. Can't shoot back. Kill him. 44. Gee, you just need one more shot. I think most of the dwarves are running now. This is just for the win. And his head came off. It was a headshot. So basically he managed to grunt with no head. Oh, those depth guard, they're just squishy, I think. I think that's my problem with them. They're just very, very squishy. They tend to just get squished very easily. We'll simulate captives just to get rid of them, and we will head back to Galleon's graveyard. Let's get rid of depth guard. We know the depth guard are trash, right? They're just not great. It's a shame, but there we go. Let's get a couple units of Mongols, because I feel like artillery is my main issue, so we need something to deal with that. Let's get another Necrofex as well. And then maybe get a couple of those. And that army seems fairly good. Thyras and Noctilus are heading for the Southlands. Oh, and we've got skill points, of course. And steel anchor? Sure. Let's get a steel anchor. Let's get a spinny wheel and sure, more replenishment. I mean, do we need replenishment? I don't really think we do. I don't think we do. We could, I mean, that'll give us a bit. Okay, sure, we'll do that. I don't need any recruitment buildings. One Toes Adley probably isn't going to go anywhere.
Is it time?
Okay, we want Lightning Strike, because then you can pick off armies one by one, which is going to be incredibly useful. And we're going to get Master Strike with you, because you can then be a bit more killy. Jim the Downer is going to get Cackle Fruit, because I would like to give him Enchanted Ballistics, because that accuracy bonus, quite nice for your gunners, because we're Zombles. They're not great with the accuracy, are they? They're not 100%. And Kevin, we've set up, right, okay, what do I want Kevin to do? Kevin, what's the plan? Kevin, what are we going to do? I could bring you down to Karankat. I mean, the likelihood of you actually being any use for a while is pretty low, but we'll bring you in anyway, and you can just go and sit outside there and not do anything for quite a while. You know what? I thought that Lothern and the Reichland already had a military alliance. Oh my god, that's so many elves. Now the thing is, like, I don't. This isn't unwinnable, right? This is winnable. The only problem is, it would be a lot of slogging, setting up ambushes, being, you know, fairly, because obviously you have to be careful, because although we can easily defeat enemy armies 1-on-1, maybe even 2-on-1, but they will throw 3 or 4 stacks at you, and you know, there's only so much you can do against such reckless hate. However, definitely winnable. Just not sure I want the slog. I could spend at least another 30 episodes just slogging my way through Lothern. And inevitably, you know, we're going to get invasions from the other factions hitting our flanks, and we don't really have any allies because Malekith is shit. And because of that, I just feel like let's just go for Nagazishar, you know? Let's go for Nagazishar. Let's have a party. We'll call that a win, as the forces of good descend upon us like a horde of locusts. Also, I need to do some raiding. Remind me to do raiding. Right. So we can keep the Sword of Cain, or we can return it. Now, if we keep it, we'll lose public order. We'll increase our upkeep, and we'll get. I mean, diplomatic relations, I'm going to be honest, isn't really the main issue. The upkeep is slightly annoying. The public, fine. We'll keep it. I mean, yeah, I think we're fine. Imminent rebellion. Where? Over there. Yeah, I don't care. Ronnie Kelpclaw's got sea legs. Good for him. And yes, the Sword of Cain is now super duper powerful. Let's have a quick look at it. It's not max rank yet, but it's going to give us 600 armor piercing damage, plus 35 melee attack, 25% ward save. And I think the ability is nastier as well. So basically, Noctilus now pretty much unstoppable.
The sea brings death.
Oh, look, there's even dwarves down here. Kalon Groby Nutter. I mean, sure.
Admiral.
I mean, I don't care whose nut he likes, but you know, it's not for me to question. But I just, you know, how are other people going to look at him? Never mind. Right, let's knock that down. Don't care about that. That we can't knock down. I'm just going to let that rebel because I just... Oh, is it going to be mutineers again? Or is it just going to be a rebellion? Oh, I don't care. Legit not that bothered. Right. There's a, I mean, I've turned off Malekith's... seeing what Malekith's armies do. Basically because it just is... I mean, I've only got a certain amount of time on Earth, and frankly, I can't be asked to spend 20% of it watching Malekith just dick about with his armies, so I turned it off because he's got a lot of armies and they're just not doing very much. Look, what's all this bollocks? Okay, we've got more elves. More elves. I'm sensing a theme here. Lizards. I mean, that's different. That's something. Yeah, so, I mean, basically Malekith just spent about 30 seconds just moving his armies around, and I was like, you know what? I don't care, really. I'm just gonna just let him move them in peace. I don't need to keep an eye on what he's up to. Now, we are going to be at war with a lot of people. And as such, our journey across the desert is going to be fraught. Fraught, I say, with potential pitfalls. Now, I don't know how many... I mean, so I'm trying to get an agent down there so I can keep an eye on sort of my... Yeah, they care. Do not care. Is it just going to raise it? I mean, that's the best possible outcome, to be honest. Rebellion here, don't care. Settlement raised. Do not give a shit. Right, okay. Now, landing blind is a bit ballsy, but...
What is your demand?
We're just... In fact, we're not going to land. We're just going to skedaddle over here. There is a dwarf over there. Do I care? I think I'm alright. We're just gonna... Oh shit, did I land? Fuck. Nope, I didn't.
Fallen deckhands.
Nope, fuck. Fuck. Oh, okay, well. God, I... Oh, actually, that's not... That could be worse.
Don't think so.
The Iron Breakers are tough. The Hammerers we can gun down. The Iron Drake's not a problem. The Organ Guns are quite nasty. That army is not... It's not fun. It's not great to see, but it should be killable in the off chance that we do need to kill them. Let's increase Vampiric Corruption a little bit, just on the off chance. And...
Misguided.
I mean, that is a nasty army, isn't it?
Ridiculous.
I could, like, kill it.
Deckhands, fall in.
Unwise.
Because the Tyrannok Chariot, that's going to stay at range, so that's not a big deal. Sun Dragon, Frostheart Phoenix. Do we? Yeah.
Fast.
Kill elves. Kill elves wherever we can find them. Let's put a Wailing Banner on... Wait, do the Mongols already cause terror? They don't. They cause fear. Okay, well, you can cause terror now. And I'll put the Scarecrow banner on, like, the gunners, because then that will actually kind of, like, help against the potential attacks by dragons.
Bunker, or we fight.
Yeah. Gotta keep Galleon's graveyard free of the invading armies. And so One Toes Adley, once again, coming to defence. Now, taking out the Sisters of Avalon is key. I've had a lot of problems with Sisters of Avalon since the start of the campaign. Turns out the hard counter Sisters of Avalon is cannonballs. That's right, cannonballs to the face do tend to be able to stop a Sister of Avalon dead in her tracks, and usually dead in the face. So basically we're going to... the Necrofex Colossus is going to target the Sister of Avalon to take them out. The Phoenix Guard are going to charge directly into our guns, and that's going to work out about as well as could be expected. Yep. Apparently they can see the way they're going to die. So apparently a lot of these guys saw themselves charging down a beach into a hail of gunfire. Nice work there. The Mongols are on our left flank, hiding in the forest, just waiting for their chance to come out. The Turnok Chariot's actually doing some damage, but not too bad. We've got a Frostheart Phoenix coming on the left flank, and we've got quite a few units on the right flank, including some Dragon Princes, which are making a break for it. We've got a Sebastian moving in, but they're just going to dodge out of the way just in time. And they're now right behind our gun line, which is deeply upsetting for me. Second Sebastian moving in to intercept, but they're just going to get a nice lead. Oh, this charge is not going to be good. Oh, I think we managed to actually negate the worst of it as we charged them first. However, they did still do quite a bit of damage. The Sebastian's now moving in to engage. The Mongols have charged out the forest and now clawing their way across to wipe out the survivors. It's working out quite nicely. But we've got quite a few Sword Masters engaged with... We've got you over here. Not you, but you. And also a Flamespire Phoenix and the Rotting Prometheans. So we're going to just remove these Sword Masters by dropping a Wind of Death on them. Yeah, that. Yeah, hope as well as most of your friends. Well, I say fading. I mean, your friends literally exploded into guts and gore, didn't they? That's enough to basically wipe out 2 units of Sword Masters and make the Flamespire Phoenix run for its pitiful little existence. The Frostheart Phoenix is actually coming back to the fight. Not for very long, though, because it's the only thing still standing, or flying in this case, as the rest of the elves break and run. Nice and easy. Just cut down those elves like they weren't even there. A little bit worried about that because the army did look quite nasty. But One Toes dealt with it admirably. Let's see, what else do... I could give you a monkey jacket. Let's go Inspiring Presence, because then you can buff your troops up. And... you. Okay, go Kidnapping, because that's going to give us a little bit more. To be honest, I think we've maxed our replenishment anyway, so I don't think it's really going to help, but... I'll take it. And extra ballistic-y thingies for you. And Foe Seeker for you. Excellent. Okay, let's try and keep those enemy armies at bay and hope there's not 50 other dwarf armies hiding in the fog of war. Landing is always a bit of a problem because I should have stayed at sea. Just cuddle up the coast. I don't think Malekith is doing... I think now the elves have turned on him. He's an elf as well. I think now the high elves have turned on him. I think he's having a bit of a rough time. Despite the fact that he's very, very strong. But then he has taken a lot of Norsca. But then the problem is he's got a lot of... He hasn't dealt with bloody Tretch in his back garden. Has he? He's just left him. And so Tretch is causing him issues. Rather than, like, conquer Norsca, which I feel like is just not... Okay, good, the doors are buggering off. I just don't feel like, you know, conquering Norsca is really the best idea. I mean, I know Malekith's all about the long game. He's all about the long game. It's all wheels within wheels, but... I just don't know where Norsca fits into this plan. It's like step 1, conquer Norsca. Step 2, step 3, Phoenix King. Just doesn't work. I don't want less campaign movement range. An eternity to wait. Fine, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if we move a little bit less. Because it's going to take us fucking ages to get across the desert anyway. Tell you what. Let's bop these Bretonians. And then we can occupy.
Count Noctilus reigns.
And then Thyrus can just land free of charge. Boom. Doesn't have to go all the bloody, you know, way around. That'll please him.
Follow the salt spots.
Yeah, do that. Right. Bosh. And then Charlie can get Master Strike. Charlie's actually quite dangerous. Let's give you that. Can we give you... ooh, let's give you Lucky Hook Hand. Yes. And Glittering Scales. Sure. Missile Resistance is okay. But a Potion of Speed might be better. And I quite like that. So good. You are fine. You've got Glittering Scales, Biting Blade. Okay, that's fine as well. Good. Good.
Yes, master.
You build some... What's that? A wooden hull with keel. I do like a good keel. Absolutely. Right, apparently you're under siege. Well, who's more of you?
I am its king. For the lady's sake, state your demand.
Who the fuck is down there? It's none of these guys. Chaos? Could be Chaos. Is Chaos down here? I mean, could be. Interesting to have a look. I guess we'll find out.
Burn the coastline.
Do we have allies in the Southlands? No, is the answer. Of course fucking not. We don't have any fucking anywhere. Stupid question. Why even bother asking it? Okay, let's get the Lookout's Nest for no particular reason, but just because it's something to build.
The sea brings
Head
death.
back to Galleon's Graveyard. That's all good. It would be nice if we could make some pirate codes along the way. You know, maybe it's not about the victory, but it's more about the pirate codes we've made along the way. Is that the real meaning of the campaign? Maybe. We can't rule it out. Yeah, the goodies... So now we've got a holy alliance between man, elf and dwarf. Ugh. That's awful. That feels bad. So basically, the entire map is allied against us. We've got like a tiny little island in the middle of the sea.
What do you
And everyone
want,
hates our guts.
Thrall?
I mean, I could point towards, you know, current events and living in the United Kingdom, but I'm not going to. Military Alliance, Queek. I'll level with you, Queek. I don't think it's going to help, mate. In fact, you know what, Queek? If it's going to make your last minutes feel a little bit better, then sure, buddy. Sure. We'll be friends. Sure. Good luck, my friend. Good fucking luck. You'll need it. Great engagement. Ooh, a major naval battle. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's get... Yeah, nothing but death. Campaign movement range, which is going to actually offset... So we've lost 20%, but we've gained 15, so we're down 5% campaign movement range. I think I'll be okay with that. I will live. Right. Can we see what's going on down here? I think it was probably a Chaos Army? It must have been a Chaos Army. Maybe a rebellion. No, well, no, it might have been a rebellion. Military... Yeah, it probably was a rebellion.
I'll relay the order.
Probably was a... we don't take attrition anywhere. We're not going to take attrition in the middle of the desert. I guess the desert is just like a big beach to a pirate, isn't it? He's pretty used to it.
Pick your guts up. Waylaying.
Ready the lever.
Okay, we're gonna skedaddle over here. Boop, 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 boop. Lay a little ambush. The fuck is this? Kofa Harbour. The blood-stained history of repeated errantry wars centers around docks of copper, where countless invasions and into these lands have begun. Oh, that's new. I haven't seen that before.
Die quickly in such heat.
Yeah, well, you know, it is pretty dry out here. Oh, Luon's arrived. Good. Lovely. Do we have anything else? We don't really have much in the way to actually sort of manoeuvre. We're just, you know, on an adventure. It's exciting. Where will we go? Who will we see? How many times will Cetra try and kill us? Truly asking the big questions. Okay, well, apparently the Cult of Pleasure have popped back up. We've got Ship's Carpenter as well. Not that that's really that useful. Yeah, so I don't know whether Cult of... I didn't... They... Well, maybe it rebelled. Because I'm fairly sure Marathi confederated with Malekith, but apparently they're back. So, good. And then declared war on literally fucking everyone. But mostly because the good guys, of course, have a big old alliance. Okay, let's traipse our way across. Shall we just, like, you know, burn shit along the way? Just for funsies. Just, you know, kill everything.
Stay in my wake.
Let's let Thyrus have first dibs.
Fight them. Full crew.
Bop. Zack.
With the waves.
Nice. Scroll of Aminar. Anzapol's Black Horror.
Burn the
Oh, can we do some
coastline.
raiding? Lovely.
This journey is not over.
Not well. It is for the moment, but we are going to make our way across the deserts. It's very exciting. You know, what other great people made trips across the deserts? There was the guy in The Thing. I think Jesus did as well. And so, you know, a lot of great people made treks across the desert. Not necessarily to reach Nagazishar. Not generally, but, you know, there are similarities there. I'm not saying that Count Noctilus is Jesus, but have we ever seen Count Noctilus and Jesus in the same place at the same time? You know, just throwing that out there. Something just to, you know, just to have a little chew on mentally. Let's raise... Sword, Banfric Corruption might be fun.
Dread fleet commands.
We're not really going to make much money here, are we?
Ends justify
Fuck it, shall I just... We'll occupy Martek and just, like... trash it. I don't even care. Burn it. Oh, what's this? Hang on, what's this thing here? What's this? Holy Monastery of the Divine Origo. Praying. Plus 20% chance to remove negative character traits. Looks like amber. Income generated 500. Holy shit. It's a whole thing, isn't it? Holy balls. Okay, let's do a little ambush. Thyrus is going to get crabs. Good job, Thyrus. You've now got crabs. That's fun. And Charlie is also going to get crabs. Crabs all round, basically. Desperately needs to find a clinic.
I have no
Your
equal.
reach grows yet further, great
Yeah.
lord. Your endless victories are changing the very fates themselves.
Glad to hear.
The world falls before your incredible power.
Well, I wouldn't quite say that. That's a bit OTT. You know, I don't think we've got quite that far. Anywho. Right, we've got a bunch of dwarves to kill.
Undead despoiler.
I just had a thought. And that thought is... that... Kemrian cities don't make a lot of money, and so there won't be much raiding income. So probably what I want to do is, like, come over here and do some raiding.
The Dark Commodore.
Nope, wrong one. Nope, what? The fuck? The what? Oh, it's doing the fucking thing again. Oh, how much movement do we need? 50%. Income generated. 298. Is that it? Fucking hell. Right, okay.
Flotilla.
Okay, well, I guess we'll just sit in ambush, because basically I need to do... I don't even particularly, like, want the item. I just want to tick off the fact that I've done his quest battle. That's all I need to do. So we need to do his quest battle, which means getting some raiding income, which is shit, because raiding is pointless and trash, basically. So that's right, that banner is garbage. Income from raiding plus 50%. Right, if we give the Courser Master, then maybe we can make a little bit more money. I mean, not much more money. You know, it's not going to be I mean, the fact that Count Noctilus' army costs 3,500, which means if we raid at this point in time, we make 300, which means we're making less than 10% of what this army actually costs, which means effectively we're saving 10% of the army cost per turn, which isn't a lot really, is it? It's not a huge amount, considering the fact that with this army is discounted quite a bit anyway. So the fact that we're saving like basically a pittance to have the army do fuck all for a turn is basically a bit, you know, it's why raiding is shit, basically. It's why raiding is almost always pointless. So never do it. Unless the army has literally nothing else to do, it's just not worth the effort. Okay, but we still need to get some raiding income to do the quest battle, despite the fact that I hate raiding. Anywho, but that is going to have to wait until next time. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Count Noctilus campaign.